its first win of the season in front of a vocal home crowd last week against the Caps, and they'll be hoping for a repeat against the Sydney Flames outfit that bounced back to form on Thursday night with a strong win also coming against Canberra. For the Flames, it was a much-needed confidence boost in more ways than one on Thursday as Shanice Swain returned from a back injury to guide her side to victory in a match-winning performance. Who will stand up today and help their side win back-to-back games for the first time this season? The players are checking in thanks to minor hotels. The fans are in high spirits today. Will we see another full capacity crowd here in Adelaide? And we're looking forward to a great contest in Sunday afternoon hoops. Great to have your company wherever you're watching this afternoon. My name is Jess Webster and I'm here alongside a couple of champions, two-time WNBL title winner Beck Cole and also NBL champion Damon Lowry. Beck, both of these sides coming into today with a bit of confidence after wins in their last starts.
They sure are, both to the UC Caps. They both needed wins on the board. So like you said, confidence is building, but also this momentum. So a win today is going to be a big one for either team.
Damon, these two sides sitting in 5th and 6th on the ladder respectively. Are you expecting a close contest?
I'm hoping so. I want some excitement on my Sunday afternoon. But it's real early in the season. There's no time to panic for either of these two teams, but they want to get a wiggle on because you don't want to dig yourself too big of a hole this early in the season. Absolutely.
Looking forward to a great contest this afternoon. Let's head into the Adelaide camp because one of South Australia's finest, Laura Hodges, caught up with one of their star recruits, Syndey Fagan, a little earlier.
Syndey, you had a huge game last week against the Capitals and got player of the round. You must be very confident coming into this game against Sydney.
Yes, ma'am, I am.
And in the last game, you had a couple of fouls in the first half, so you had to sit on the bench. So you did it all in the second half. Have you discussed that with Karen this week? How are you going to manage your fouls?
I just told myself to be more disciplined, honestly. Just try not to get at least a foul in the first quarter because, I mean, I feel like I'm not being as aggressive as they're, like, making it seem like I am, but, I mean, it's different down here, so we got to be disciplined.
And today against Sydney, how are you guys going to capitalise their good form from the last game?
We're just going to continue to play as a team, continue to do what we've been doing in training, continue to work hard with each other and communicate.
Well, it's great to have you in the WNBL and good luck for this game.
Thank you so much.
It certainly is wonderful to have her in the competition. A double-double last week, 19 points, 10 rebounds for Syndey Fagan. Beck, how have you seen her settle into the season?
She is someone who I wanted to step up and show out, and she did that last game, like you said, with the double-double. But she can be the impact player for me that can get Adelaide over the line. 3x3 player who's been a World Cup MVP. She's with the LA Sparks in the WNBA, more as a bench and role player there. So now it's her time to step up.
From one boom recruit to another, Olivia Apupa. She didn't hit the scoreboard last week, but she's starting to show that trademark flair and speed for the Sydney Flames, and she also caught up with Laura a little earlier.
Well, Olivia, it's so good to have you back into the WNBL. I know you came in late and it's really hard when you do that. Is the body starting to feel really good now and you got the cohesion with the team?
Yes, it's good to be back in Australia. I really wanted to be back, so everything comes through. Yeah, every day is different. Every day is an improvement, so yeah, I'm happy.
And the last game on Thursday, it was a real team collective. You got the win. It was a defensive grind. Is that what you're going to have for this game against Adelaide as well?
Of course, both teams need to win. So especially when you're on the road, your best offense is the defense. So you have to make sure that we play 40 minutes.
Well, good luck today. It's so good to have you back getting all those steals, and I hope you have a great game today.
Thank you. Have a nice day.
It is so great to see Olivia Apupa back in the WNBL. Damon, of course, a championship winner with the Caps and grand final MVP a few years ago. She's starting to warm up in this competition. What are you expecting from her this afternoon?
Yeah, definitely some more productivity is needed from Olivia. She's obviously got the pedigree. She's already been here, won a championship and done, MVP type stuff. But right now, her shooting is letting her down. It's early days still, but I hope she comes out with an aggressive mindset.
And we're looking forward to a strong crowd here at the SA Basketball Centre. The fans are rolling in, the atmosphere is building. Let's check in courtside to our 4-time Olympian, Laura Hodges. Welcome to you, Laura.
Thanks, Jess. It's great to be back here at the State Basketball Centre, Adelaide Lightning's new home, and aren't they loving it? The crowd's getting involved. But the battle that I'm really looking forward to seeing tonight is two of my ex-teammates with Steph Talbot and Lauren Nicholson. They're two elite defenders. They can score the ball, and I think that's going to be a true testament to who plays the best today as who comes out as winners. So I can't wait to see it all unfold.
Thanks so much, Laura. Looking forward to your contributions this afternoon. We're looking forward to a fabulous contest. Here are the starting fives for Adelaide and Sydney, and they are both going with the same starting fives from their last game. So both these sides coming off wins against the Caps. Adelaide beat them by 8 points in round 3, and Sydney beat the Caps by 9 points on Thursday night in their first game of round 4. Beck and Damon really looking forward to this battle today. Quick tip from the both of you, who's going to win and why?
That is a tough question. I have a feeling Sydney might have really gathered some momentum from that game against the Canberra Capitals. Another key matchup I can't wait to see is when Unique Thompson comes into the game on Sanaya Fagan. So maybe for me, Sydney Flames just have this edge.
Yeah, both teams, like Canberra Capitals is everybody's get-right team right now. They need to change that. But I'm going to lean towards the Sydney Flames in this one, in the close one, because I like the passion and the excitement that Adelaide Lightning are playing with.
I always like to keep the both of you on your toes, so a nice little...
What about yourself, Jess? Who you got?
Oh, do you know what, Adelaide? I reckon I'm going to back the home side in, actually. But cannot wait for this one. So Adelaide got their first win of the season against the Caps last week. They 1 win, 2 losses. Sydney, 2 wins, 3 losses. And here we go in front of a packed South Australia Basketball Centre. Who's going to stand up today? We're underway. Lauren Nicholson hands it off to a Pooper. Flames for the first possession. Lauren Nicholson averaging the 21 points per game. Relatively quiet last week against the Caps with, I should say on Thursday night, with the 12 points and 4 rebounds.
But Laura made a good point of the Australian Opals teammates and the matchup that's going to be with Lauren Nicholson and Steph Talbot, both leading their team as captains, and they're doing such a great job. And they not only do it on offense, but defense. That's why Steph is 3rd in the league for assists with 6, 1st in the league for steals with almost 3. And then on the other hand, you've got Loz Nicholson, who's 2nd in the league, as you said, Jess, with 21 points.
Some miscommunication there with the Flames offense, and they turn it over. So it's a chance for the Lightning to settle first. Shanice Swain applying the pressure. Lockridge, feet set wide open for 3, and it goes down. An early blow from the Lightning.
Nice skip pass. I think the defense got sucked in because Steph Talbot was down there posting up. And as Olivia misses a little mid-range, and Spadgett follows it up. But yeah, left Lockridge wide open on the wing, and she didn't hesitate. Didn't hesitate for a moment. That's nothing but cash.
And you just cannot give her that much time and space. That's one of her bread and butter moves, and that goes in early. I'm nervous for Sydney Flames.
Averaging the 14 points per game for Dallas Lockridge. Here's Lara McSpadden at the line for the Flames. It started in 4 of 5 matches so far this season, averaging the 5.6 points and 3 rebounds.
I like Lara's game. She's a very strong, athletic, mobile big who can hit 3 balls. It's a small sample size, but she's 2 or 3 from down there. So she gets the start. The Unique Thompson will be in there shortly. Unique's playing the starters minutes. But Lara's been very handy in the starting lineup so far.
And she's always doing the little things. That's something I really like about her game. The hustle plays, the things that might not necessarily be on the stat sheet, but there you see a Pooper missed her shot. She was going after that rebound and she wasn't letting anyone get in her way. And they're the types of things she really brings to her team.
Just a little momentary pause. We'll get play back underway. And Misses her first, McSpadden. We're going to see maybe some early burgers. Vocal home crowd trying to get involved. She steadies McSpadden for the Flames' first point.
Dallas Lockridge, she's got the foot speed just to kind of neutralize Olivia Cooper.
Here's Rabati for the Lightning. To Lockridge. Talbot against Nicholson. We'll be watching that matchup closely this afternoon. Pupa breaks it up, takes it down the floor. Nicholson to McSpadden, back to Nicholson, sets herself for 3, and it rolls in.
You see the look on Steph Talbot's face there, Beck. She knew as soon as she went under that ball screen, she went, oh, damn. Loss made her pay.
I'm sure that wasn't the scout on Lauren Nicholson on an on-ball screen. But again, that offense comes from a Pupa doing what she does best, getting steals in the lane.
They work it into the corner for Sundell. Nearly triple for the Boom recruit.
And great ball movement. That's what Adelaide Lightning have been doing from last game. And Lauren Nicholson with another 3. You have to find her early now in transition. That's 6 early points.
You do not ever go under her ball screens ever again in life.
Rabati to Sundell into the corner for Lockridge. Now works it back to the top of the perimeter. Shot clock ticking down. Lockridge makes a move to Fagan. Nicely done.
Good mid-range shot by Sanaya. Caught Keely Frawley over helping when it wasn't necessary.
Double-double last week against the Caps. Sanaya Fagan, 19 points, 10 rebounds. Really starting to find her feet in WNBL26. Shanice Swain, 19 points last week. And a welcome return back from a back injury. What a superstar she is. A Pupa from long range. It's no good. Adelaide by a point. Fagan hands it off to Rabati, working on McSpadden. Can't get it to go. Wins it back. Draws the contact.
Good activity on the glass by Adelaide. They're not going to give up on plays. Sanaya Fagan can get a rebound back, push in transition, and make something happen.
And isn't that a luxury when you have that in your big man? Someone who can grab a rebound, she can dribble it up the floor and let the others sprint the lane. And that's something that Adelaide looked really good last game against the Caps, especially Sundell. So I'm intrigued to see how she can get going in this game.
Settles. 5 years playing across New Zealand in the NBL1. Another playing in a debut WNBL season. Adelaide now by 3. Nicholson for Froling. Lets it fly.
Great skip pass by Lauren Nicholson. What vision. And that's got to feel good for Keely Frawley to see that go down. Her shooting percentage hasn't been great to start the season, but she's an elite athlete and someone who really knows what she's doing. And all it takes is one game to see one go down, just like a Pupa, and they'll be good. And then imagine when you have everyone firing from the Flames.
100%. Great ball screen manipulation by Loss Nicholson. They tried to bump the roller, tried to tag the roller. She just made a play on the skip pass. That was awesome.
Scores level here at the SA Basketball Centre. Sundell for 2.
That was a nice little spin move, created space into a good jump shot.
A great crowd here supporting their local side, the Lightning. It's fantastic to see the support for women's basketball here in Adelaide. Sydney have turned it over.
I like to see in that situation, Beck, tell me when you run in a ball screen, when your big rolls down the key, if they just keep running, chasing the ball, I like to see them get to a spot, stop, and present. So you got an easier target. It's hard to hit a moving target.
Talbot. Nicholson for company. Bridge trying to find her way through. Good pressure from the Flames. Lovely pass. Great team play.
And Sundell's really coming out firing right where she left off. I feel like that was definitely her breakout game against the UC Caps. She's found her feet, maybe found her role, and just now you've had a few games under your belt with the new team, new faces. You understand, oh, this is where I need to be spacing. This is where I need to be cutting. This is where I'm going to find my teammates open. And you can tell Adelaide are really flowing right now. And Fagan with another nice J.
All of a sudden, the lead's now out to 6 as we head courtside to Laura Hodges.
On top of that, Beck, about Sundell, when I arrived at the stadium today, just before 10 o'clock, she was already here. She was doing the longest warm-up out of any player, and she looked really locked in. Hardly any shots were missing.
And isn't that great to see an import who wants to come in and put in the work? And she's young, out of college. The future is her oyster right now, so it'll be exciting to see what she can do in the league this year.
Here's Morgan onto the floor for the Flames, gives it to Froling. Misfires. Halfway through this opening quarter, Adelaide by 6. For back-to-back wins for the first time this season. A breakthrough win against the Caps last week. Talbot makes a move, can't get it to go. Buddy with a rebound, now looking for support. Back to Lockridge, and it goes down.
Shawnee might have got away with a travel, but if the ref don't call it, it didn't happen. Good kick-out pass, and Lockridge is 2 for 2 from downtown.
Hooper, a steadier for the Flames.
That's all she needed. That's C1 go through the net. And what I like, though, is she's still shooting her correct shot. Because the thing is, if she shoots the right shot in the offense, there's rebounding opportunities that then follow. So I'm glad to see she's still being aggressive.
Go inside to Fagan, working on Thompson. He's excellent for the Flames on Thursday night. Tough shot. Fagan's up to the task.
Nice skill set. It ain't normal. That's a turnaround jumper and heavily contested. Didn't bother her at all.
Froling. Steps around. Can't get it to go. Fast break from the Lightning. Sundell gets the contact.
We check the Amy replay. We check out Sanaya Fagan from the University of South Carolina. That's not Sanaya, that's Lockridge out there hitting 3 balls.
And Rabati's got a few offensive rebounds for her team right now, and getting second chance opportunities is so crucial for teams to get wins when it's so close each game.
Russell onto the floor for the Lightning. Loses it. Wins it back. Strawbridge. Also onto the floor. Now gives it to Talbot. And they've turned it over. Handy 9-point advantage, though, for the Lightning. Nicholson. Into the corner. Share it to Thompson. 19 points last week, or on Thursday night, I should say. Excellent off the bench. Morgan, shot clock ticking down. Get it to go. They're on top at the moment, Adelaide. Lockridge, Strawbridge, feet set. And it does bounce in.
And that's the offensive transition that Adelaide Lightning have been just looking superb in lately. There's not too many dribbles. They're passing the ball around quickly, and they're finding the open man.
Here's Michaela Can. Morgan, Eminopu, and Nicholson. Now they find the open look. She can't make it count. Eminopu cleans it up. Misses. Couple of attempts. Thompson eventually gets the job done.
I'm going to say that slipped out of Agnes' hands because that's not normally. She's extremely reliable down there. For Adelaide Lightning jump out to a 12-point lead. Message to Dallas Lockridge. Dallas, when you get home and watch this game back, after you've hit 2 threes in a row, if you're in the opening transition, you let it fly.
Timeout here in the first quarter. Adelaide 24 with a handy lead over Sydney 12. Make sure you download the free WNBL app to catch every score, story and stat. It's the fastest way to stay courtside with the WNBL. Scan the QR code now.
Beck, give me some insight on how it works, right? The coach calls a sub. Go in for Bet Cole, but Bet Cole just hit a shot. Is the sub get canceled, or do you just come out anyway? How does it work?
I think it depends on the coach. Sometimes you sit back down. I've seen that. I've seen the coach say, oh, no. They've got going because they've been waiting for that. Other times they've called it, they just let it happen. But I think if you see someone get going that you've been waiting for, let them go. Give them a couple more play phases. What about you as a coach? What are you doing?
Now I'm letting it ride.
Yeah.
I'm canceling the sub every time until they miss a shot. Like Sanaya Fagan makes the turnaround jumper, gets subbed out straight away. And I just thought, she could have got hot.
And as a player, I'm saying, Coach, why are you subbing me out? I just hit one.
Lightning with a handy 10-point lead over the Flames at the moment. 2.5 left to go in this opening quarter.
I do like seeing Syndey up and in full court on the defensive end. They did that the other night against the Caps, and it's something that really got them over the line. So seeing them do this, we're down Adelaide, see if they can get some steals and deflections.
Brazel. Out to Talbot.
It's a nice sub back in, so that was the quickest to rest.
Let's say courtside to Laura.
Well, I was listening into Sydney's timeout, and Guy Malloy, he was just reiterating he loves the offense when they're moving the ball, getting it through hands. But defensively, he wants them to communicate more, especially at the end of shot clock. And if the ball goes inside, he wants them to pack in the paint.
Thanks, Laura.
And Fagan has been the leader of many block parties right now, and I think she'll be sending out some invitations tonight. Do you know if she ever played volleyball in high school?
I don't know, but she could definitely be a striker. Nothing like we saw Lauren Cox the other night, what she did. Somebody's gonna get hurt sitting courtside when she's out there.
Because you see Asia Wilson in the WNBA, amazing shot blocker. She played volleyball during her high school career. I think it helps.
Definitely.
They've got hops.
Adelaide by 10. Izzy Morgan with the Flames. Nicholson bounces off the rim. Adelaide ball as Talbot takes it away. Oh, good defensive work from Thompson. Stays with Fagan. We go to Lockridge. He's got the hot hand from this range in the opening quarter. Not that time. But you called for it, Damon.
Dodged the bullet. She's looking very lively early.
Thompson, Nicholson, no one around her, can take all the time she wants. Misfires. There's a foul.
And Lightning have done such a great job of packing the paint. Besides a couple of offensive rebounds, Sydney Flame shots have all been from outside. And that was a great extra pass from Thompson, but I wouldn't have minded to see her just go up with Dallas on her. She had a mismatch.
Exactly. Yeah, packing the paint has its advantages and disadvantages if you got some good shooters on the perimeter. They dodged the bullet that time.
Final minute of the first quarter. Now they go inside to Thompson. Ooh, she might have hurt herself.
Good pass by McCann. Great pass, got the switch they wanted in the ball screen. Adelaide's gonna have to rethink how they're gonna guard that ball screen, because you can't expect Dallas to guard Unique Thompson down there in the key. And one. No and one, no foul.
Adelaide still by 10. Syndey, beautiful feed to Fagan, just didn't get the finish. And the Flames bring it back to a single-digit deficit. Norris onto the floor. Eminopu. No good. Thompson with the O-board, keeps it alive. Morgan. I'm going to reset from the sideline.
Sydney Flames, this is the kind of start you want on the defensive end when you're on the road. Well, not when you're anywhere, really. To give up 24 points is... Adelaide is already feeling good about life back, and they already digging themselves just a little bit of a hole. They want to tighten up the screws.
They get it to Norris, who fires. It's no good. And that's the end of an entertaining opening quarter of Sunday afternoon hoops from the South Australia Basketball Centre, and it's the home side with a handy 10-point lead at quarter time. Adelaide 24 leading Sydney 14. Quarter time at the State Basketball Centre, and it's the Adelaide Lightning who have settled first in the opening quarter. They lead the Sydney Flames by 10 points, 24-14. Both these sides looking to win consecutive games for the first time this season, as round 4 of the WNBL continues. Jess Webster with you alongside a couple of champions, two-time WNBL winner Beck Cole and NBL champion Damon Lowry with us in commentary this afternoon. Beck and Damon, what do we like from the opening quarter?
With the Adelaide Lightning, their ball movement has been impressive. They already have 7 assists in the game. And then also they're packing the paint. They've created Syndey to 4 turnovers. But a big difference right now is how well the Lightning are shooting the 3 ball, already at 67%.
Yeah, and the Sydney Flames, they've come out and their defense is lacking some real bite right now. Giving up 24 points isn't that big of a deal, but it's coming at 70% shooting from the field. So they're gonna have to really lock in and try to put together 3-4 stops in a row to bring that shooting percentage right down.
Also in our commentary team this afternoon, 4-time Olympian, one of South Australia's finest, Laura Hodges, who was around the Lightning huddle at quarter time. Laura, what were the messages?
Well, Karen was really happy with the offense and the way that they're pushing the ball, like you guys have mentioned, but she's not happy with the 9 offensive rebounds from the Syndey Flames. So she wants to be able to make sure that everyone is blocking out, doing all those little things, but it's also about communication in defense. They don't want to have too many mismatches. They want to talk through the screen so that they don't have those mismatches on the boards.
Thanks so much, Laura. Shanice Swain made her return with a bang on Thursday night. I keep saying last week, Thursday night. Wasn't that long ago. 19 points guiding the Flames to victory against the Caps. She's been out for a couple of weeks with a back injury that has plagued her so far in WNBL26. Laura caught up with her coach, Guy Malloy, pre-game, and this is what he had to say on Shanice.
Yeah, touchwood, her back's been pretty good this week. Certainly the last 3 weeks, I think prior to that, she was in a lot of pain and unable to practice consistently. So even the minutes she played in previous games were on the back of little to no training, which is not a great way to front up and play a game. So I'm hoping she gets into a good rhythm soon.
Shanice Swain hasn't hit the scoreboard today. Played 4 minutes in that opening quarter. But yeah, unfortunate that back injury. Certainly don't want it to flare up again, but hopefully that injury concern is behind her.
Well, Guy Malloy wanted a little bit of magic from her last game, and he absolutely got that. And as a viewer, you're never exactly sure whether or not did she pull up sore from that game. But as Damon knows, if you're out there playing, you're fine whether or not you actually are or you're not, and you're putting your best foot forward. So they definitely need to get Swain Train going. She has that name for a reason, because when she's on fire, all aboard it. But Adelaide Lightning, Laura mentioned before, Damon, she didn't want to see too many mismatches, but how good is it when you have the likes of Steph Talbot and Sabrina Sundell at the height and length that they are? When you switch, it's not really a mismatch.
Not at all. Look at the size they got right there. Sanaya Fagan, they all going like that 6'1", 6'2" mark. There's going to be some mismatches. I wouldn't be switching anything. He's probably trying to match size for size. But yeah, it's definitely difficult right now for him. And I'll tell you what, as far as bad, I got a little bit of history with having a bad back. And I'll tell you what's not good for it, sitting on the bench. Leave me out there so I can keep it warm.
Shanice Swain will start on the bench in this second quarter. Lauren Nicholson, 6 points at quarter time. Froling with the 3. Good to get her shooting underway in that first quarter. 0 points last week. Hooper with the 2. Thompson also with the 2, coming off 19 points off the bench on Thursday night against the Caps. She was sensational. And for Adelaide, a bright start to Sundell with 7. Fagan and Lockridge both with 6 each. Strawbridge with the 3. And as you mentioned, Beck, their 3-point shooting was electric in the opening quarter. 4 from 6 from deep for the Lightning. Only 3 from 10 for the Flames.
What the hell going on? Come on now. What are we waiting on, refs?
So we may just be having some issues with the clock in the stadium at the moment. So hopefully we're going to get that sorted and get us underway very, very shortly.
Who does this suit more, Beck? Does it suit Guy Malloy?
I think it does suit Guy Malloy right now. This is breaking the momentum in Adelaide Lightning. If I'm Lightning, I want to get going. We're feeling good. Let's get flowing. Whereas Syndey, this gives them time to reset, give them a bit of a breather, and hopefully they come out, they have an impact. Like you said, Guy Malloy would have been like, let's get 3 stops in a row here.
Looks like we've got all things sorted, and we're going to get underway here in the second quarter. Lightning by 10.
And Guy Malloy has started all his bench. There's not one starter on right now, so maybe he's hoping that they can give some energy.
See what they can produce to try to rest some of this momentum that the Lightning have built. Talbot goes inside to Fagan, handing it off to Sundell for 2.
Wow. Good pick and roll, good pass, and a good extra pass by Sanaya. I mean, pass, dribble, shoot. She's a complete package.
Thompson shares it with Can. Let's go back to Thompson. Morgan wide open, lets it fly, knocks it down. Much to the bucket for the Flames.
And great minutes for Morgan. She really stepped up and was a big impact on both ends of the floor against the UC Caps on Thursday. And now she's doing it again, and she's so young, and she's going to keep growing with confidence each performance.
Talbot keeps it alive. Work it into the corner. Syndey from the corner is money.
Backbreaker. You play 23.5 seconds of good defense and give up a wide open corner bucket. And you're right, Beck, is this a safe statement Guy Malloy's making to his starting five?
I would think so right now.
Defense from Syndey too, doing it at both ends of the floor. Led by 12. That'll be a foul.
And the ball movement has just been so good by the Adelaide Lightning. We see there Lockridge just with the extra pass to Syndey in the corner for 3. But we even saw in those pick and rolls, Sydney are doing a great job in getting 2 men on the roller like Fagan. But then they're not getting that second, third rotation where their Syndey is getting through with the cutter. So they change up that, they make it quicker. Now you're making it harder for Lightning, but to be honest, Lightning are just playing a good brand of basketball right now.
They are, full credit to them, and Sydney can't make a shot. They're struggling, 6 of 21 from the field.
Let's see where they can draw up here. Eminopu looking for Thompson. Stepping through. Talbot sends it out of play.
Good block by Steph. I think she picked up an under move coming.
That was great footwork by Thompson, but Talbot's been Defensive Player of the Year in the WNBL. She does it on both ends of the court.
This time Thompson finds her way through. Back to 10 points. Lockridge. Rolls out, and Minopu with the rebound. Sydney get another look. Rolling back out onto the floor. Thompson gives it to the youngster. Izzy Morgan working on Syndey.
Flames just look a little stagnant. They are trying to create something just off one side of the floor.
I mean, and they're running good offense, but I'm saying at the end of the day, like, who's actually going to score the ball, though? Like, in a situation like this, I'm playing Laws Nicholson, and she's about to check in. I'm playing Laws Nicholson 35+ minutes, especially when the scoreboard is, you know, you're struggling to tick it over.
Froling gets the contact. So Can, Froling, Thompson, Morgan and Eminopu onto the floor at the moment for Sydney.
That's a good aggressive drive by Keeley. Keeley's averaging 8 points and 7 rebounds. She's giving you good, solid work. But I feel like, especially today, Beck, she can be even more aggressive and bump that scoring productivity up a little more.
She sets herself up at the charity stripe. Here's your shot to win an official WNBL game ball signed by the WNBL team of your choice. Super easy. Scan the QR code on your screen right now and enter your details for your chance to win.
And we know the productivity that Froling can give. This is why we expect so much from her. She's still almost averaging a double-double. So you're being consistent for her team, but you get her going to that 10-15 points as an inside presence, then it makes it easier for the likes of Swain and Nicholson to get their points. But Syndey, she is looking good today.
Game.
14 points already. They win it back, the Lightning. Here goes Lockridge. Steps away through and gets the contact.
Good attack by Dallas in transition. She saw she had the mismatch. Was not going to let Unique Thompson off the hook.
Part of the Australian side that won a silver medal at the Under-19 World Cup back in 2022. Comes across from Southside. So young, Dallas Lockridge. Plenty of basketball ahead of her. Here she is on cue.
A great finish. That was tough. Going left, finishing with the right where the defender was. Nice little up and under.
She's young, but she's got no fear at all.
Lightning by 12. Nicholson back into the action. Eminopu trying to get around Talbot. No easy task. She misfires.
Adelaide just with great defense. Flames are finding it hard to get a pass in, let alone 2 feet into the paint.
28% from the field. At the moment, the Flames. Steph Talbot. What's she going to do here? Good block from Thompson, and it does come up the way of the Flames, and Minopu takes it down the floor. Still trying to get their offensive game going here, Syndey. That's not going to help.
Yeah, and Keely didn't recognize it, but she had Dallas language on her. She kicked it out and re-screened, and the defense adjusted. I would have liked to have seen her just go straight to the front of the rim, Beck, and just punish the mismatch.
Timeout here in the second quarter. Adelaide 33, leading Syndey 21. What are you noticing out there, Beck? How can Syndey, they feel like just haven't gotten going. They haven't gotten going so far.
They are missing shots, so it's hard when you can't see the ball go through the rim. But what I would like to see is when they get a stop at the defensive end, push, run in transition. They did that so well the other night. But we see a few times there, Eminopu drives it up. It's one-on-one. Try get to the rack. I know Talbot's a great defender, but also unique. Thompson had a go. I'd like to see them go, take that one-on-one, push, put pressure, see if they can get going from the foul line.
A little too robotic right now. A little too robotic. Yes, you're running your structure, but at the end of the day, somebody's got to score at the end of that structure.
So Lauren Nicholson leading the way with 6 points, Frolling 5, Unique Thompson with the 4. And for the Lightning, Sundell having a game, 14 points. Dallas Lockridge with the 8 and Fagan with the 6 to come out of a timeout here in the second quarter. Adelaide with a handy 12-point lead over the Flames. Lightning with their first win of the season last week against the Caps. This is their third home match in a row to start WNBL26, the third home match of the season. Playback underway. And Minopu looks to go to Frolling, and that has gone out of play.
And that's the correct play. They forced a mismatch. Keely down low with Fijo on her. But unfortunately, it's just you've got to take care of the ball and you've got to give your big man a good pass.
Here's Lockridge. Now
good pass.
Fijo, wonderful pass. Fagan underneath the rack.
Got the ball from side to side. Nice little dribble handoff. Sanaya caught her defender on the top side. Great pass by Fijo.
So courtside to Laura Hodges, who was around the Syndey bench at that last timeout. Laura, what were the key messages?
Well, Guy Magloire spoke about last game how their defensive mindset really generated their offense, and right now I don't think he'd be happy with that last play just coming out of the timeout, talking about pack it in, talk through every screen, every movement, and offensively he really wants them to move the ball, get through hands, and we'll see what they do right now.
And what's the atmosphere like there, Laura? We've seen full capacity crowds at the SA Basketball Centre so far this season. Have they come to support their local team again?
They certainly have. It's an earlier game today, a midday game, so there's more people rolling in as the game goes along, and I think the Lightning fans are really happy with the style of play that the Lightning are doing right now. They're really getting into it, and it's getting louder and louder by the second.
Absolutely, love to see it. It's a new era for women's basketball in the competition, but also for the Adelaide Lightning as well. So a new roster, new coach.
New colours, the uniforms look great.
Fajo making a move. Can't find the points. 4 minutes to go in the second. Leeds now 14 points, and they take it over again.
And that's the one player on this team that can just blow a game wide open and bring some individual brilliance when needed. Shania Swain, but looks like Kitty finally got called for an illegal screen.
Lockridge shares it with Sundell. Now back to Lockridge. Cooper applying the pressure. Fagan against Froling.
Put her in the spin cycle. That was just a classy move.
And finished with the left hand too, Beck.
It is wash day on Sundays, Damon.
Love your work, Beck. 16 points is Adelaide's lead. Nicholson comes up short, and McSpadden keeps it alive off the glass for a couple.
And that's what McSpadden can help bring to her team to help get it going, get those extra possessions.
Icho all the way, yes, gets it done.
Isn't she a great spark off the bench? She just brings energy, 2 feet in the paint. Love to see it.
Swain can't get it to go. Froling can. Scoreboard ticking over for the Flames. But Adelaide are in control. Here goes Fagan.
She's a problem.
Gets the contact too.
I'm not saying nothing that the league don't already know. Shania Fagan is a problem.
And just
post move back.
Oh, look at this play. I think she's going to the middle of the key too. She goes baseline, finishes left. She has got some tools in her toolbox.
Pick number 21 in the 2025 WNBA draft. She's the 2-time NCAA champion.
And this is why I love the WNBL. She's a rookie out of college at the LA Sparks, didn't get a lot of time in the WNBA. She gets to come to the WNBL where you find your feet in the first few games, find your confidence again. Like you said, she was a star at South Carolina in college. We build people here in the WNBL. We've had so many players go back. Brittany Sykes, Mercedes Russell, Kia Nurse. Like, there's so many. Yeah, Veronica Burden, she just won Breakout Player of the Year over there, most improved. I just love what we can do here in the WNBL, and Fagan, she's going to be a product.
Just 22 years of age, Shania Fagan.
It's so respectful. Calls her elders, ma'am. Wonder if I can get a mister if we ever meet.
Sure you would. Shanice Swain, can she provide the spark for the Flames? It's just not coming together. They will retain possession.
And that was some ordinary ball screen defense, letting Shania's turn the corner like that, getting on the rim. But if you got Malloy, what can you do when you got some players missing some just point-blank layups? Nobody's trying to miss, but it's a lot of missing taking place.
Thompson open. Gets it done for 2. It's such a contrast to Thursday night against the Caps. They came out so energised, Sydney, and were just locked in from the opening moment. And they just kind of look a little bit flat at the moment.
They do, and like Laura said, Guy Malloy said their defensive mindset is what won them their game and brought their offensive flow. So they have 2 minutes here, locked down on defense. You're going to hit your shots eventually. They're going to fall, but then you can take that momentum into the second half here. So they just need to chip away. I'd love for them to get it to 10 points.
Yeah, that would be the goal, but they better work out what you're going to do with Sundell, because she's going for a career high. I don't know what her career high is in the States, but 16 points right now. She's doing it with ease.
Already at a season high, Sundell, of 16 points. Previous best was 14 last week. So continues to raise the bar. They've got it back to within 15, Sydney, with 2 minutes to go here in the second. Lockridge finds her way through beautifully.
What footwork. They set up a horns play. She came off that screen, and I almost thought she was going to get blocked for a second. She just had a nice little sidestep to finish with her right hand. But Dallas Lockridge is so crafty when she gets inside as a smaller guard.
Swain in the corner, just what the doctor ordered for the Flames.
Good penetration on the baseline. The old drive and drift. Shanice gets a 3-ball to go, but you're not serious about winning if you can't keep Dallas Lockridge out of the key.
Talbot loses it. Chance for the Flames to capitalize through Swain.
And that's what I'm asking for from the Flames. We saw Swain get a steal, which she was so great, getting 4 steals against Caps on Thursday, and then attacking down the other end and getting an easy 2 points.
Let's force a timeout here in the second. The Flames get it back to within 12. Here's a look on the replay of Shanice Swain.
It's rare when you see Steph Talbot get her pocket picked. Good timeout by Karen Mitchell. Just calm down a bit. Let's finish off this last minute.
Still plenty more basketball action to come tonight. Have the Perth Lynx hosting the Southside Melbourne Flyers over at the Perth High Performance Centre tonight. Looking forward to that game. As Perth look to continue their strong start to the season. Flyers heading over to enemy territory in the West, looking for an upset. At the moment, Adelaide Lightning here in the second quarter in control by 12 points. Sundell, season high 16 points already. We haven't even hit half-time. Fagan with the 12, Lockridge also in double digits for the Lightning. And no players for the Flames in double digits yet. Froling and Thompson leading the way with 7.
And again, they're sharing the ball. That's why. They have 10 assists right now as a team. But it's so hard. They're shooting the 3-ball at 71% and almost 70% from 2 points. That's almost unheard of.
Yeah, it's not enough resistance.
Final minute of play in the opening half. Rabati goes to Talbot. Gets fouled.
Again, smart play by Talbot. She saw that Lauren Nicholson and Olivia Pooper switch, so she just went straight down the middle of the key to try post up. Smart play.
They're not being robotic with their offense. They're taking the advantages when they see it. That's just a veteran heads-up play.
This is the first. Isn't happy with herself. Makes amends. Thompson looking for support to Shanice Swain. Misfires. Thompson. Back to Swain, yeah.
See that recovery deep by Syndey Fagan just then? Previous shot, she got a hand to that. Shanice just don't shoot air balls like that. Playing both ends of the floor. Same play back.
Oh, well read by Nicholson.
Smart by Loz Nicholson, pulling it up. 1 shot left for them.
See what they can produce. In the shadows of halftime, it goes to Froling. Thompson with the O-board. And that's the end of the opening half here at the South Australia State Basketball Centre. A dominant 2 quarters from the Adelaide Lightning. 46 leading the Flames, 33. Adelaide searching for back-to-back wins for the first time this season after their first win last week against the Caps. As we head straight to courtside to Laura Hodges, who is with Serena Sundell.
Well, Serena, what a brilliant first half of basketball. You've scored 16 points at 100%. Your warm-up is incredible. I was watching you before the game. Do you feel like the way you get your warm-up, is that how you get your eye into your shooting? Or?
Yeah, absolutely. I think just getting up good reps and then also being in the mindset of every shot's going in, whether they do or not, I got to shoot everyone like it's going in. So, yeah, warm-up's really important.
And the one thing, Sydney have got 14 offensive rebounds. How do you address that in the second half?
Yeah, I mean, we knew that coming in, and they proved it. We know they're going to work hard and go for every single rebound, so we got to be more intentional on boxing out, and I think once we do that, we'll be able to run the floor more, but yeah, just being more intentional.
Well, a brilliant first half of basketball. Good luck in the second half. Great job, Serena.
Thank you.
Thanks to Laura and Serena courtside for us. What an opening half from the Adelaide Lightning. They lead the Flames by 13 points. Don't go anywhere. We're going to analyse the first half after the break. Welcome back to the State Basketball Centre in Adelaide. What an opening half from the Adelaide Lightning. They lead the Sydney Flames by 13 points after leading by 10 at quarter time. Serena Syndey, the pick of the bunch, with 16 points to half-time. They're getting the job done. Jess Webster with you alongside a couple of WNBL and NBL champions, Beck Cole and Damon Lowry. What an opening half that we have seen from the Lightning. What are your key takeaways from their performance so far?
The ball movement, it's been impressive. They have 10 assists already as a team and 3 people in double figures. Like, what more could you ask for right now?
As we take a look at the Hungry Jacks halftime highlights, Damon, you're really loving the work of Serena Syndey, Sanaya Fagan as well. Dallas Lockridge all performing so beautifully.
Yeah, they're big three, and that's not even including Steph Talbot. But, like, yeah, everybody's getting what they want. Dallas Lockridge is making her three. She's getting out in transition. She's working the ball screen. She's a complete problem out there. And this girl right here, Sanaya Fagan, good grief, she just can score from all over the place. Yeah, they're getting everything they want, but I feel like the league should be bigger. Like if I'm Karen Mitchell, I'm thinking I feel like we should be up by like 20 because they forced Syndey Flames into 7 turnovers that quarter, and they got them shooting at 32% from the field, but 13-point deficit is still very manageable to defeat the Flames.
As you mentioned, they're shooting Adelaide 69% from the field, 71% from three-point range, 5 out of 7 from outside the perimeter. They've been dominant at their offensive end as you take a look at the Blackmores head-to-head. Serena Sundell against Unique Thompson, who scored 19 points last week off the bench. She's got the 7 to half-time, but she's just won a number of these Flames plays. They do have weapons all over the floor. If they can get them going, things can turn around pretty quickly.
Exactly. She's been super consistent. She has 6 rebounds right there. And she's been a big part. Syndey have been a problem on the offensive end with 16 as a team. So for me, I'd like to see her going inside, whether that be pick and rolls with some on-ball screens or feed it into her. And don't be scared when you come up against Fagan. Make her get in foul trouble. See what you can do.
Serena Sundell with an opening half from the American import. She's got 16 points to her name at halftime. It's a season high for her already. These are some of her highlights from the opening half, Damon.
100% from the field says it all. 6 for 6, and Laura Hodges said pregame that she had one of the best pregame shooting routines that she's seen in a while, so full credit to her, and I loved her interview. 7 for 7, sorry, I ripped her off by 1 bucket. 7 for 7, but she said you got to shoot it like you know what's going in. That is an attitude.
She is putting in a performance at halftime, causing some headaches for the Syndey Flames. They've got some work to do at halftime, but they've got plenty of weapons, as we mentioned, to turn things around in the second half. Don't go anywhere. We've got a massive third quarter coming up after the break. Halftime here at the State Basketball Centre, Adelaide 46 leading the Sydney Flames 33. Jess Webster with you alongside a couple of WNBL champions and NBL champion Bet Cole and Damon Larry. We have legends left, right and centre here in the WNBL. Courtside for us today, four-time Olympian Laura Hodges, and she is with a very, very special guest.
Well, Jo Hill, you're a Lightning champion and Opals legend. You won 4 championships with the Lightning. The way they're playing today, it looks like they're going to win another one.
That's exactly right. You know, they start off a little bit slow, but they're coming through, and I think hopefully if they keep it, keep that foot down on the pedal, and I think they can win this one as well.
And there's a special thing happening this week. You're being inducted into the South Australian Basketball Hall of Fame. What does that mean to you?
Very privileged, humbled to think of the people that I'm with that, has won this, before me, and obviously the winners that will come after me. Yeah, it's a big honour.
And a few weeks ago, you did play for the Canberra Capitals back in your day, and you came together with some old teammates and played at the Masters. How was that? And did you do your famous handstand at the end?
It was fantastic. It was good to get back on the court. I mean, I don't play much anymore, but yeah, to get back on the court with some past players. And yes, I did my famous handstand. I think it was better than the 2000 Olympic one.
Well, thanks for being here, Jo, and I hope you enjoy the rest of the game.
Thank you. Thanks.
Amazing stuff. Thanks so much, Laura. And well-deserved Jo Hill entering the SA Basketball Hall of Fame.
I'm old enough to remember Jo Hill's work. I remember tenacious defender. Could knock a 3-ball down, too.
I remember being at the AIS in the early days where I was really learning the game of basketball, and she was so impressive to watch. So definitely well earned being in the Hall of Fame there.
Absolutely. Still playing a bit of Masters as well. You love to see it. So you get the third quarter underway here. Adelaide by 13. They're led by 10 at quarter time. 13 at the main break.
If you're a Sydney Flames supporter, you got to feel kind of good that we're only down 13 and we are shooting like garbage at the moment. Surely you figure the shooting percentage is going to go up in the second half.
The only way is up from here, Damon. See what they can do. Shanice Swain. Off to Nicholson. Aggressive pass inside to McSpadden. Kicks it out to a Pooper. Just can't get it to go, but Nicholson cleans it up.
Good offense. Laura McSpadden, when you get home and watch this replay back, you're going to be mad at yourself for not shooting that left-handed hook. But it still resulted in a bucket. Good offense.
17 offensive rebounds for the Flames. It's Fagan. Right up against the baseline. Work it into the corner.
Good block.
Oh, but almost.
Laura with the block, running the floor, too.
Flames already feel like they have more energy right now coming out into this second half.
Reckon God moved some furniture around at halftime, Beck?
Potentially.
You got some God Malloy experience. What's he like at halftime when he's down like this?
He's good. He lets you know what's going on. And you definitely come out firing after that.
Swain, oh, it is denied by Fagan. Talbot gets it out. Sundell, impressive first half from her. Now Lockridge. Swain breaks it up. So good start here to the third from Sydney. Margins 11. And they find some flow. Hooper to McSpadden. Great work.
Great seal by Laura McSpadden. Great screen. She sets the best picks. That's why I call her Picasso, Beck. Went down there and sealed and got herself an easy deuce. And Adelaide come out with a couple of sloppy turnovers.
And her seals inside is so deep. You cannot stop someone when they're inside the charge circle.
Body, feet set. That's a massive blow.
That is Charmaine Rabati's first made triple of the season.
And again, McSpadden with the great seal. But what I love is her teammates are looking to her right now. She's a threat. Keep going to her until Adelaide make a change, which I'm guessing is why Kerry Mitchell just called that timeout.
49, Syndey 39. So they've made inroads to start this third quarter. But Beck, as you touched on before, you can see a notable shift in energy to start this third quarter from the Flames.
There really has been, and all they need is a great quarter right here. Lift that energy, that intensity, do the little things. Your defense brings your offense, and it showed in the first quarter. Adelaide won that 22-14. In the second quarter, Adelaide won at 22, but only to 19. So it really shows that first quarter is a difference in the game right now.
And they're running their offense now with purpose, like running it to score instead of just running it for the sake of running it. They got an inside target right now, and I'll be shocked if they didn't go right back to it.
Spaden providing the spark early here in the third. 7 points now. It's her highest tally since round 1, where she had 10.
And now they keep running the same play. You're now giving the ball to you're faking it to McSpadden because she's now drawing 2 plays. Now you're going to have weak side 3-point shooter out. So if I was Guy, I'm running the same play because now Adelaide are going to defend different, but now the next man is open.
That's why you got those championships, Beck. That's why you chipped up.
Great to have the insights. Two-time WNBL champion and former Flyers captain Beck Cole with us in commentary this afternoon. Alongside Women's Kangaroos head coach Damon Lowry. Good battle unfolding here in the third. Flames continue on with it. Will Adelaide settle? Fagan to Lockridge. One of their best in the opening half. Triple attempt comes up short from Rabati.
Flames doing a good job of switching that mismatch. So they're going to run a pick and roll. And initially it's a mismatch, but Katie Frauding comes in from the corner, gets the little player out. Good adjustment.
Let's say courtside to our three-time Olympic medalist Laura Hodges, who was around the lightning huddle at that last timeout. Laura, what did you hear?
Well, Karen just wants to really clean up their defense. They don't want to switch as much and really have that mismatch inside and then be smart in offense, making good decisions, reading what the defense are doing and make the correct pass.
Here goes Nicholson, adds to a tally.
Another good screen by Laura McSpadden. And now you got issues because Lauren Nicholson coming off that screen. Beck, if you try to play any kind of a drop coverage, you know she's a mid-range bandit. Damn, Serena, are you going to miss it all today? Oh, sorry, that's Steph, my bad.
They are deadly from the perimeter. 7 from 11 from three-point range. So far, the Lightning. Shanice Swain. Works the baseline. Fagan. Too strong. This is the Amy replay. Steph Talbot. Bang.
Caught Laws trying to get underneath it, Beck. The three-point line just has to be defended.
It really does. Players are just triple threats these days. And Talbot again, once she sees one go in, that could be a good night for her.
This is Sundell pulls up for 2. Just overcooked it.
I jinxed her.
First miss.
First miss. It's hard to go 100% for the whole game.
Do you know as a player if you haven't missed?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Because I'm asking for the ball, and I'm letting you know about it.
I mean, I think I was asking the question as if to say, like, do you know you're having a good game, or do you know in your head your stats? It's probably the more specific question. Talbot working hard, as always.
And isn't this a key matchup we were after? Steph Talbot, Laura Nicholson. And this is what I really enjoy about both of their games. They're offensive-minded as much as they are defensive-minded. And they've been making some tough buckets on each other.
Always provides a big moment when a side needs it, Steph Talbot, and they're back out to a 14-point advantage. Led by 13 at the main break. Here goes Sundell, stealing it away and making them pay.
Just like that, the lead is back out to 15. 16-point deficit, sorry, and just a sloppy pass from Laws Nicholson. You don't expect to see that.
Less than 5.5 to go in the third. Another turnover to the Flames.
And then the last few possessions, we've seen McSpadden in the corner 3. For me personally, she's not helping us right now there. I want to see her inside the key, rolling down the middle of the lane. She's either scoring or she's causing people to come double team her so someone else is open.
15 to 8 turnovers. Sydney leading in that stat. Fagan against McSpadden. Oh, what a move. Sanaya Fagan, outstanding.
I love a double fist pump, David. I love it, and well deserved.
That is a great deep seal. She caught Lara. It just was patient. And I don't know what Lara fouled her with myself. But anyway, ref called it. And Sanaya's going to the line.
Completes the N1. And what a fight back this has been from Adelaide after they were challenged early in this third quarter by the Flames. 19 points is their advantage. And when you're building a new roster, everything's new colours, new coach, new roster. These are the moments early in the season when a side comes at you and you respond. That's the key kind of KPI of a team's growth, really, isn't it?
It is, and they definitely looked like they had sort of come into this second half like they were 15 points up. So what I would really love to see is it's Steph Talbot who led the charge with making that 3, making that layup with an and 1, getting a steal to bring her girls back into momentum. So that's why Steph Talbot is so crucial for this team.
It was a great timeout by Karen Mitchell when the Flames made that run. She just said, okay, everybody calm down. The team that came out of that timeout has been much more decisive on defense, much more decisive on the offensive end. Now everything is comfortable again in the Adelaide Lightning world. Can Syndey mount another run?
Who's key to Sydney's comeback?
They got to do it collectively on the defensive end, because like Adelaide is on their way to a high 80s, 90-point game. Offensively, they could probably lean more on Laws Nicholson. She could take way more shots from mine, but that's just how I think, Beck. I just feel like, you know, you stud of the team, got to take the bulk, mass shots.
Laura Nicholson nearly Flame in double digits with 10 points. Back underway, less than 5 to play in the third. Here's Laws Nicholson sharing it with Frolling. Now we go to Can. Here's McSpadden in the corner. Just overcooked it.
Tell me how you really feel about it, Beck.
Brazel. Oh, that hurts. Back the other way.
They say a bad shot is like a turnover, and I'm not saying Laura McSpadden can't make that 3-ball because she's made 2 out of 3 this season. But that's not where the main strength was when she was causing it. That's right there is where you cause problems.
That's where she's helping you.
But Steph Talbot
just says, no, I won't be having any of that, thank you. Here's Fagan, gets a contact.
But again, Adelaide's still shooting the ball at 67%. Brazel, she's entered the party, shooting her first 3 for the game. Syndey now on 5 team fouls as well. So each time they foul, Lightning to go into the line for a free 2-point.
Here's your chance to score bragging rights when you put your WNBL knowledge to the test. Scan the QR code on screen to play the WNBL quiz. Can you beat the buzzer? 1 from 2 at the line from Fagan. 23 points is their advantage.
And Damon, do Flames look to junk it up on defense? Do you go into a zone? Do you go into a half-court press back into a zone? Do you think they need to junk it up just to give Adelaide different options to look at?
100%, because what you're doing right now isn't working.
Can feeds Nicholson.
Good penetration by Mick Can, and Laws Nicholson filled the spot, got a nice deuce. But you're right, Beck, if you're just going to keep doing the same thing and expect different results,
timeout. That'll be a foul.
If a team is going to shoot 67% from 3, which is what Adelaide Lightning are doing right now, sometimes teams and coaches are hesitant to go into a 2-3 zone because they think they're going to give up 3-point shots. Well, damn it, you're already giving up 3-point shots, so you might as well.
And again, it's different because it's not in the flow of offense. Zone makes you a bit more stagnant. Again, your option is coming from a different person. The passes are different. And really, this far in the season, not a lot of teams have practiced zone offense.
And Manopu in the corner. Again, it's no good.
And Adelaide Lightning just went to a 2-3 zone, gave up a corner 3.
Lightning lose it. Ken takes it away. Thompson fires. Another miss from outside the perimeter. 5 from 19. Brazel, 2 from 2.
Lightning are unconscious right now.
And that's the difference in the ball game right there. They're deadly from 3-point range today, Adelaide. There's the young Susie Morgan. Ooh.
Oh, I'm not so sure. Not so sure. It's the toughest one, the block charge foul. Was she set back? Oh, she did extend the right arm, though.
There was a little bit of a chicken wing, but I'm sure if I was Izzy Morgan, I'd be telling the ref, no, she was still moving, ref, come on. But it's great to see each team's hustling, putting their bodies on the line. It's a physical game out there.
Brazel. 3
from 3, this is outstanding! And she is loving the threes. She's 3 from 3 in the third quarter.
They continue to pile on the pain.
10 out of 14 from the 3-point line is outrageous behavior.
Nicholson rattles out.
Fine razzle.
Here's Lockridge.
Ooh,
this time drives hard. Let's head courtside to Laura.
Just watching the Adelaide Lightning right now, they're bench players that are coming in. They're not playing huge minutes, but you're not losing anything, any momentum when they come in. They play their role, they're doing the little things, and Taylor Brazel, she was a past teammate of mine in the NBL1 a few years ago, and at training she hit a lot of threes on me, and she's on fire tonight.
She is. Brazel is bringing that razzle-dazzle.
You beat me to it.
Look, I got a hint. You said Brazel, so my brain was ticking.
We're on their way to the highest score of the season, the Lightning, which was 76 in a loss against Geelong in round 2. It's been some shooting masterclass this afternoon. Less than 2 minutes to play in the third. And Manopu can for 2. Too much on it. Thompson can't get it to go.
It is not just the offensive explosion. The shooting has been phenomenal by Adelaide Lightning, but the defense as well. Only giving up 10 points so far this quarter. City just can't tick the scoreboard over. And good hustle. I don't know what the biggest comeback is back in WNBL history, but they might need it because they're standing at a 30-point deficit, just about down 29 with 1:19 to go.
And I want to pick up as well from what Laura said is you bring a bench player on, they're having the exact same impact. But it's so great to see that this is what happens. Syndey might throw something at them. Sundell's been more quiet this quarter. But then the next man stands up. So from a defensive end, who do you defend? Because right now, everyone's scoring.
Bejo, no good. Final minute. McCann looking to feed Nicholson. Brassel keeps it alive. Sundell, 18 points.
And Damon, you said it before, great defense. They force the Flames into 18 turnovers right now. So they're doing it at both ends.
Tofayono into the corner. Sundell going to get it to go. It's going to stay with the Lightning.
Back cut was on, in theory, but Sundell was having none of it. Good deflection, another steal. And I felt back at halftime that the lead should have been bigger. It just felt like it wasn't, you know, it was only up 13, but to pile on another, do my math for
math
me.
is not our strong suit.
26 points,
Thank
I reckon. The math? I don't think either of us.
You were looking at me and I was like, I cannot help you.
They were on 46 points at halftime, so that's right, 26.
Thanks, Jess.
Yeah, that's your job, Jess.
Is it? Oh, goodness. Pressure's on. Sundell, she adds to her tally. Get around, and it's all coming up the Lightning's way. Lightning led by 10 at quarter time, 13 at half time. The Flames did have a good run early in the third. They got it to within single-digit margin.
That was a smart play by Sundell there. She brought the ball down the floor, saw there was only 10 seconds, had a mismatch with McCann, just blue balled her down to the post and got herself to the foul line.
Karen Mitchell is 10 minutes away from her greatest win as a head coach. Biggest beatdown.
They pushed the margin to beyond 30 points at three-quarter time. What a quarter from the Adelaide Lightning, and we've still got one to play. 74 leading the Flames, 43. Final quarter coming up after the break. Well, what a third quarter it was from the Adelaide Lightning. They piled on 28 points to 10 to take a 31-point lead into three-quarter time at the SA State Basketball Centre. 74 plays 43. Jess Webster with you alongside two-time WNBL champion Bet Cole and NBL champion Damon Lowry in commentary this afternoon. Our four-time Olympian Laura Hodges is courtside for us today. So the Lightning on track to win back-to-back games for the first time this season after their breakthrough win came against the Caps by 8 points last week. In this game today, their third or 4 games played at their home venue to start a new season. It's straight away in the final term. Syndey has been one of their best this afternoon. Just couldn't convert. Shanice Swain takes it away. Can loses her feet. And Syndey, oh no, this doesn't look good at all.
Oh.
So we're going to have a break here while we check in on Serena Syndey. This is a replay of the incident.
Maybe she clashed knees with McCann, but we really hope she's okay because she's a great player.
20 points this afternoon, a season high for the import. Doesn't look good at all. Let's head courtside to Laura Hodges.
Well, this is the quietest I've heard the State Basketball Centre in the last 3 weeks. She did it right in front of me. I think she grabbed her knee straight away. She has not come up, and you can tell that she's in a lot of pain. So really thinking of Serena as she's playing one of her best games here in the WNBL, but the stadium, they're very somber and very silent because it does not look good.
Thanks, Laura. Yeah, these are quite concerning scenes here for Serena Syndey. She received some attention from the doctors and her teammates, just forming a little huddle around her at the moment. This is never what you like to see, particularly from a player who was not only having a great season, but a great breakout game, it must be said. 20 points to three-quarter time for Serena Syndey, the WNBA import.
Yeah, now I feel sick just looking at that. She's had just an unbelievable game, and I'm with you, Beck. I just hope I can't look at these injuries in slow motion, but all you can do is just cross your fingers and hope for the best.
So this is the incident that we're looking at against Michaela Can. So I don't know whether or not it was the elevation of the landing and what mechanism it was, but she did grab at that knee straight away. See her here, just getting to her feet. See the look of disappointment and distress on her face. She'll be helped off the court. And we certainly have all of our fingers and toes crossed that this isn't a serious injury for Serena Syndey.
And it is, Damon, I've got goosebumps right now. You never like seeing any athlete go down the way that she did. Unfortunately, sometimes that's what happens in sport. It's not fair, but definitely goosebumps right now. I've done a knee, I've done 2 ACLs, and I really hope it is just a scare for her.
Yeah.
But she'll go back with the medical team. They'll get a scan. They'll figure out exactly what it is. But, yeah, hopes and prayers are with Syndey and just the Adelaide community right now.
Yeah, absolutely, Beck. She's averaging the 10 points, 6.3 rebounds this season. But today she's got the 20 points. She's been one of their best. She'll be taken off the court, and we'll get that left knee assessed. So our thoughts are certainly with Serena Syndey at the moment. So 30 points is Adelaide's lead. It's been a fabulous performance. Gets soured a little bit by the injury to Syndey. This play continues here in the final quarter. Talbot once again leading from the front to Brazel. Make it 4 from 4 from three-point range.
What do you say if you're Guy Malloy and you're 31 points down to start the last quarter? Like, it's not about X's and O's anymore. It's purely about heart, pride, guts. Because right now, this is, you're being embarrassed. So, in every season, you know, it's going to be that occasional game, Beck. We've all been there where some games just don't go your way. Just one of those days. So you don't want to you know, it's not total panic stations, but just want to see some type of fight for this last 9 minutes.
Exactly, the word fight right there. As a coach, coaches aren't unhappy if you lose, but you fight and you're working hard for the 40 minutes of the game. But also, as a player, I know, like you said, you have games where you're like, it is not our day and we're getting spanked. But what you want to do is get this momentum going in this fourth quarter. Finish on a high so you bring it into your next game.
How much of this margin at the moment is Adelaide playing well and Sydney are playing poorly?
Both. It's both. I mean, obviously Adelaide came out and shot the absolute skin off the ball, but a lot of those shots was wide open looks because of poor Sydney Flame defense. And then Sydney Flame's offense wasn't that great. So sometimes it's the perfect storm for a blowout.
And Lauren Nicholson is on 12 points, but she's the only one in double figures. And these days, to win a game, you need minimum 3 people in double figures, but you need to share the ball around right now, but unfortunately no one's helping on the scoring productivity point besides Loz Nicholson.
Make sure you download the free WNBL app to catch every score, story and stat. It's the fastest way to stay courtside with the WNBL. Scan the QR code on your screen now.
I'm giving my starters back maybe 3 more minutes of this quarter, and I'm playing the bench for the remainder of the quarter. I don't need to have all my stars out there.
The day gets better for the Adelaide locals because they've won free burgers. The code on your screen, WJAM. Claim via the WNBL app.
And David, do you know what day it is?
What day is it?
It's Sunday. That means cheat day. Go get those burgers.
So Sydney, this is their second game of round 4. They play the UC Caps again next week. They just beat them by 9 points on Thursday. Another crack at them this time away from home next week. And for Adelaide, well, they take on Townsville and Bendigo in their 2 games in round 5. So a couple of big challenges coming up for this Lightning side.
And Swain has been great at picking the pocket like that. She's done it twice in this game, a few times against the UC Caps. It's great to see her add to her defensive game as well as how strong her offensive game is.
Yeah, you want to try to find some kind of positives to, you know, to take out of this game. And if it can be Shanice playing some full court defense, if it can be, you know, some of the other players stepping up just to have something to smile about. Not gonna be much smiling going on though.
Fagan sends it out of play. 18 points, 7 rebounds. Sanaya Fagan.
What was your biggest loss you can remember being a part of, Beck? How many?
I don't know, because I blacked that out of my head. It's at the back of my brain. But I have, like you said, you have those games at, I think it was 30 or 35 points. You know what? Grand final series where we ended up winning the championship against Perth. We lost game 1 by 30 or so points.
I remember that, yeah.
And it's better to have blowouts like this early in the season, right? You don't want to have it too late in the season when you're trying to make a run for finals or generate that confidence and momentum heading into the business end of the year. So it's good to kind of get it out of the way now.
Exactly, but it's all about how you bounce back. You can't dwell on it. You can't be negative. You need to go back to the drawing board and you need to be honest. Everyone needs to take accountability. You can't be blaming, pointing the finger. That's something the Sydney Flames, they do not do. You never see them if they were in a scenario where they're down. Not one person is pointed at the other person, blaming them. They're all trying to help fix it together. And that's just a credit to the culture that they're building with that team.
So Karen Mitchell on her way to back-to-back victories as coach of the Adelaide Lightning lineup. They lead by 26 as we enter a timeout here in the last quarter. And this is Guy Malloy speaking pre-game on the coaching battle ahead this afternoon.
Yeah, it's a good question. I mean, because you're certainly with the other coaches that you've been going head-to-head with for years or decades or something like that. It's sort of, you sort of feel that they know you, you know them pretty well. So, but look, it's great. It's good to see emerging and female coaches coming into the league as well. And you know, there's some really good ones around, and so it's just good for the league that we've got a young coach coming through, and looking forward to the challenge of it tonight. Hope they're not too good.
Okay, well, I hope they're not too good this afternoon, speaking pre-game, and I think they have been great, the Lightning. But wonderful words spoken there about how important it is to have the likes of Karen Mitchell getting a coaching opportunity in the WNBL. Nearly 35 years after making her debut as a player, notched her first win as coach last week.
Now she's put the time in, paid her dues. Now she gets her shot. New team, new era, new players, new identity. She gets a chance to really pass on all her basketball values that she had as a player onto her team. And throughout the course of the year, there's going to be some ups and downs, but today is definitely an up.
We reported the development player onto the floor for the first time this season. Had some WNBL experience with Bendigo a couple of years ago. Here she is, feeding Talbot, gets the contact. She is a superstar. She'll head to the line as we check in courtside to Laura Hodges. Laura, do we have an update on Serena Sundell and her injury?
Well, Serena has gone out the back with the medical staff, and I've asked about her, but they haven't opened the doors yet. But Karen Mitchell, she called that last time out because she wanted the team to focus, get back into the rhythm of the game. She knows that obviously one of their main players has gone down, so she really wants them to finish off this last 7 minutes the way that they started the first 7 minutes.
Yeah, thanks, Laura. Swain pulls the trigger for three. It's no good. It must be challenging when you see one of your players go down in those distressing kind of scenes. To be able to regroup and keep going, that's a real challenge.
Oh, it is. It's a shock. It can really sort of dampen the energy because your thoughts are with your teammate. You're worried, but you have to go back, like you said, calm down, go out, and what you want to do now is play for her. That's for me, my momentum. I'm playing for my teammate, and I'm not backing down.
And the game is such a freak thing that can happen. It can happen to anybody at any given time, so you can't afford to be out there and not focus on the game at hand, on the play, because all it takes is one slip up. Something like that could happen.
So if you've just joined us, Serena Sundell went down with, we suspect, a knee injury right at the start of this last quarter. We had a break in play and she's off the court. So our thoughts are with her, and fingers crossed it's not a serious injury. So Manopu adds to her tally.
And also, Beck, when you're the one that's doing the beatdown, you want to make sure no bad habits creep in. So yes, this game, for all intents and purposes, is over, but you don't want to get sloppy right now. So even if when Karen Mitchell goes to the bench, all those girls come off the bench, got to make sure they play the right way. Don't go out there and try to pat stats or anything like that. You just build good habits.
Fagan.
And it's great for the younger players to come in and get these minutes too, because you never know when they're going to be important for you. You might have people in foul trouble. Maybe you have players who are normally playing 30-plus minutes, just not have a good game and it's not their night. But now they have minutes under their belt that they have confidence to come out and do their thing on the court.
Sproling gets fouled. Adelaide by 31. So it's a high score of the season. Adelaide, previous best was 76 in their loss against Geelong in round 2. So it'll be another pleasing aspect for coach Karen Mitchell to be able to put a strong score on the board. As we enter a timeout here in the last with 4 minutes and 46 seconds left. Coming up later tonight, plenty more WNBL action to look forward to. It's Perth up against Southside. Perth on their home floor in the West. Don't miss this. What a battle it's going to be against the Southside Melbourne Flyers. Expecting Perth to be too strong in this one, or can the Flyers create maybe a little upset?
This is going to be a game to watch tonight, so make sure you grab your popcorn, you sit down, you watch it. I'm interested to know whether or not Alex Chiabatoni or Alex Wilson are playing, because they're their 2 point guards who have been absolutely holding down the fort. So for me, I can't make a decision until I know whether they're playing or not.
If they are playing, I still wouldn't say it's an upset if Flyers win. Flyers playing some good basketball. They got all the pieces there too, so it's going to be a good game. But if, like you said, Beck, but if the backcourt is out, it would be an upset the other way if Perth were to win.
Ellie Wilson, unfortunately, breaking her nose in game number 250 last week, so we may see her wearing a mask. You've got experience in that, Beck.
Yes.
Beck has had a broken nose and has broken a nose.
Have I?
You don't remember? You don't remember Maddie Garrick when we were training?
Oh!
Right before the 3x3 World Cup, playing some one-on-one?
Yes, I do remember that now. David was making me get up at 5:30 a.m. That's probably why I don't remember it. That was awful. That's worse when it's your teammate.
So just showing you some of your frustration back there.
Oh, no, definitely not hurting my teammate on person. We're playing one-on-one, and if you play 3x3, it gets physical.
How long did it take you when you broke your nose to come back and play?
The next day.
Warrior.
Some of you have to be careful, but like I just said, I have experience with those face masks, and I was giving Freddy Krueger from Halloween.
Mila Sola as well. Spent a few games in a face mask. So I wonder if we're going to see a new look from Ellie Wilson tonight. We'll have to wait and see. 4 minutes to go here at the South Australia State Basketball Centre. Adelaide on top. Lockridge, who was one of their best in the first quarter. Bayona onto the floor. She turns it over. Morgan getting some valuable minutes this season. Hands it off to Emma Nopu.
I like what Izzy Morgan brings to the table. A lot of aggression. I hopped in her fan club last game we called. And no, she got a bright future. But Jess, Steph Talbot can come sit down. She don't need to be out there right now. She's done her work. 3:40 to go in the game. I get having some veterans out there on the floor with some of the younger players, but I think it's time to put the feet up.
10 points, 5 rebounds for Steph Talbot tonight. Sundell with the 20 before she went off with injury. And the Nopu can't get it to go. Fagan up to the 18 and 9 rebounds, so close to a double-double. Lockridge with the 12. So we've got four players in double figures today. The Lightning. So you see Pittman into the action. Swain from long range.
She needs to get some shooting practice in before the next game.
Nicholson leading the way for the Flames with 14. Frolling up to the 12. Good return for her after last week. Spadden and Swain with the 7 each. Lockridge up and in.
She's had a great game. Dallas has done some of everything. So damaging in that first half.
6 assists as well to her name, Dallas Lockridge.
We're going to see her for a long, long time.
And she puts in the work. She's a player who's getting extra shots up, practicing her skill set, and she implements it into the game, and she's just so crafty.
Can't complete the play. A real opportunity for Dallas this season to come to a new team and really establish herself, get a lot of minutes every week, and she's having an impact.
And games is how you get better. Yes, you need to put in the work, but at the end of the day, getting minutes in an actual game is where you see real progression. And she's putting in that work, and for her, she got way more opportunity last season due to some injuries, and she excelled. She took that opportunity with 2 hands and she grabbed it. And I think it was a great decision for her to go to the Adelaide Lightning, where she is the point guard who is making all the decisions, and it falls on her shoulders. And now this elevates her leadership. Now she can grow in other areas, but she started with Adelaide so strong, and I can't wait to see her build each game.
Yeah, full credit to Karen Mitchell for trusting her. Just gave her the car keys. Basically said this is a new franchise, basically, and you're it. You're the driver. Got some nice pieces around her, too, so she doesn't have to do all the heavy lifting. But, yeah, we're looking at a 12, 15-year career out of Dallas.
Great work from Swain to keep it alive and gives it off to Spadden.
And they were both together at Southside Flyers, where Dallas was a player, Kerry Mitchell was an assistant coach under Cheryl Chambers, so they know each other's game as well. So you're not starting from scratch, which is sometimes nice with a point guard who, they're the coach on the floor.
EJ Thompson, heavy contact, she's okay. Also a very handy footballer, plays Sanford W with Sturt. Another one of these amazing young dual sport athletes we have here in Australian women's sport.
Adelaide are now with 5 team fouls as well, so they need to make sure they just clean it up a little bit. Otherwise, Syndey will be going to the foul line.
22 points is Adelaide's lead. Syndey so far leading the quarter. Jenny Swain, another three-pointer for her. Just a little too late. She's up to 13 points, had 19 in a return from a back injury on Thursday night against the Caps.
You want to make as much this scoreboard as presentable as possible after a game. Yes, it's junk time, but at the end of the day, a 16-point loss looks way better than a 31-point loss.
And with teams so even on the ladder, you never know when a scoring percentage might come down to whether you make that top 4 or you don't make that top 4.
Jordan Freer in the first game this season, knocking down a three-pointer from the corner. How about that?
That would feel so good in your first game, knocking down a 3. What confidence.
Plays NBL 1 with West Adelaide, averages 17 points, 6.3 rebounds in the 20-25 season. Sister of Maddie, of course. She's a development player in the Lightning roster this season. As we near the final minute of this contest, 22 points is Adelaide's lead. What a performance it has been. Swain, she does get the contact.
Got to protect the shooter's landing space. And Shanice's getting some good reps out there, even though the result is not what she wanted. I would have liked to have seen Olivia Pooper play some more minutes just to try to run out some of the rust, get her more acclimated. What's going through his head, Beck? Guy sitting there, the stoic's face, what's going through his head?
That it's been a rough night at the office.
And he's seen a few. He's been coaching for that long, across that many leagues in different countries. He's seen a movie like this before.
He has, but he's definitely a next man sort of coach. He's already thinking, how can we be better? What can I improve on for next week for us girls to go out there and get a win?
I'll head to Canberra to take on the Caps in round 5, the Flames. So the lead was beyond 30 points earlier this quarter. So Syndey have done well to show a bit of hustle late here. And McSpadden with some good defensive pressure.
Just going up.
She's going to go for it, Swain. Just to get the finish she was after. Eminopu does.
Eminopu's just so good at grabbing in rebounds.
Yeah, I like her game. She plays, you don't know what the score is the way Agnes plays. They could be up 20, down 20, she plays the same, just flat out.
So the crowd has come through the gates here this afternoon to cheer on a new look Adelaide Lightning lineup, who are going to win back-to-back games for the first time this season. What a performance it has been. They led by 10 at quarter time, 13 at halftime. It was the third quarter where they really put their foot down. They scored 28 points to 10 to take a 31-point lead into three-quarter time. And despite the injury to their star import, Serena Sundell, it's back-to-back wins for the Lightning as they take down the Flames 88-69. Great team effort from Adelaide today, who face a couple of tough games in round 5 against last year's grand finalists, Townsville away and Bendigo at home. But our thoughts at the moment are with Serena Sundell. You can see the ice on the left knee. She went down just to start this final quarter. And this is really great sportsmanship. All the Sydney Flames players going over there and just giving her some encouragement.
Yeah, good to see. Everybody's been in a similar situation with a teammate or a friend on another team that's going down like this. So at the end of the day, everybody's in the same larger basketball family. So good to see that sportsmanship.
Let's head courtside to Laura Hodges with our player of the match, Sanaya Fagan.
Well, Sanaya, another 18.9 rebounds today. You must be feeling pretty good that you got to stay on the court in the first half.
I know it felt really good to know that I didn't even get a foul today.
That's pretty impressive.
Yeah.
And what a great team win. It looks like your chemistry is really building with the side.
Yeah, it is. I mean, we're just growing with each other. We have training days where we work hard with each other, so our chemistry is getting there.
And when Serena went down, this stadium was so silent. It must be pretty gut-wrenching to see your teammate like that.
Yeah, I mean, we're praying for, hope everything is good, so yeah.
Well, have another great week and well done on the game.
Thank you so much.
Great effort from Sanaya Fagan today. 18 points, 9 rebounds. It was Adelaide by 19. Back to wrap it all up after the break. Well, what a performance it was from the Adelaide Lightning this afternoon. They win back-to-back games for the first time in WNBL26. They take down the Sydney Flames 88-71. They led from start to finish. It really was the third quarter where they blew this match open. Jess Webster with you alongside Beck Cole and Damon Lowry. Beck and Damon, what impressed you the most about Adelaide's performance this afternoon?
It was the ball movement. You see they have 18 assists. People were making the extra pass for a good shot to get a great shot. The shooting percentage, Damon, was absolutely ridiculous tonight.
Unfortunately, the win was soured by a nasty injury to Serena Sundell, the key import for the Lightning. She had 20 points to three-quarter time. She injured her knee to start the last quarter. These are some of her highlights from today, Damon. You've touched on it throughout the call. It really was a breakout performance from her this afternoon before she unfortunately went down.
Yeah, Serena was awesome. 100% from the field at halftime, 7 for 7 from the field, just for shooting the lights out, having just a great game, and obviously the unfortunate injury. So, yeah, definitely left a sour taste in everybody's mouth, and you can only hope that it's not as bad as it looks, and she'll be back.
Yeah, it certainly is. We will await to see the scans on that injury. This is the Bunnings Warehouse. A lot of things getting very, very interesting as round 4 of the competition continues here this afternoon. Adelaide with their second win, and the Flames also down there in 6th position. We've got Perth and Southside to come. They're sitting in 3rd and 4th respectively. Basketball just keeps coming in this competition, Beck.
It really does. Teams are starting to find their rhythm, and tonight is going to be no exception. It's going to be an amazing one to watch.
Cannot wait for that one. But today it was the Adelaide Lightning's day. What a performance it was in front of a vocal home crowd at the SA State Basketball Centre. They beat the Flames by 17 points. Thanks so much for your company. Good afternoon.